Inspirational Creatives, episode 227. Welcome to Inspirational Creatives. I'm your host, Rob Lawrence. Join me every Friday as I chat with successful artists, producers, and creative entrepreneurs who share powerful stories and strategies. They can help you to create the life that you want. Listen each week as these inspirational creatives show you how to take your creativity to the next level. You'll learn how to create a sustainable business that inspires others and gives you the financial freedom and lifestyle that you want. Thanks for listening. Make sure you sign up at inspirationalcreatives.com to get free exclusive bonus material. And now, on with the show. Rob here, and a very warm welcome to 30 Days of Daily Inspiration on the Inspirational Creatives podcast. To celebrate 200 episodes and 3 years of the Inspirational Creatives podcast, I've chosen to offer 30 days of daily inspiration to help you get ready for 2018. Normally, every Friday on the podcast, I share with you an interview with an expert, followed by a short action episode every Wednesday. But each day for the next 30 days, I'll be sharing with you an idea, a piece of wisdom or inspiration that I feel will help you to take your creativity in life and business to the next level. Today in this short episode, I hope to share with you some of Amy Meek's wisdom about taming your inner critic. In episode 205, day 5 of 30 Days of Daily Inspiration, we touched upon limiting beliefs and the voices in our minds which sometimes prevent us from reaching our full potential. In Stephen Pressfield's excellent book, The War of Art, he refers to this or these inner critics as the monster resistance. In the book, The Big Leap, by Gay Hendricks, the concept of upper limiting beliefs are explored. These are ideas, beliefs or voices that prevent us from achieving our highest aims and best success. In yesterday's episode 224, day 24 of 30 Days of Daily Inspiration, I shared with you what 12-year-old Jack Webb could teach you about cultivating patience. Well, in today's episode, I want to share with you the wisdom of the young Amy Meek, who I believe was around the age of 10 when I spoke with her last year, about taming your inner critic. Our conversation began when I asked Amy in episode 116 about who had inspired her recently, and she told me it was her favourite author.
So one of my inspirations recently was when we went to a literary festival, and there was an author there called Jennifer Donnelly who's written this book series that I absolutely loved, and she was doing a talk on writing. And so obviously I went to it, and it was so amazing because she gave so many useful tips that I definitely use in my writing now. And so she was really inspirational for me because she went through the steps of writing it, and it was really relatable about when she was writing her books and how those struggles of writing. And so she was a real inspiration for me, and just how she gave me all those tips and taught me how to tackle them, really.
Amy, a young and aspiring author herself, was inspired by Jennifer Donnelly, the author. Upon my further inquiry as to how this author had inspired her, Amy revealed to me that it was because of what she said about how not only to tame our inner critic, but also how we can use these persistent virtual voices to positive effect.
So one of the best things she actually taught me was that when you're writing, you always have this critic inside you that's saying, oh, that's not good enough, you can't do that, that idea's not good. And she said, don't totally ignore it. She imagined it as almost like a dog who's like aggressive, and she said, don't silence it completely, just put a muzzle on it. Don't stop it completely, just quieten it down a bit. And so you are having that little bit of the critic still working, and it's still helping you when you're writing, but it's not completely silent, it's not taking over your work either.
And why is it important not to keep it completely silent?
Because you still need those tips, and you can't write your story and think, oh, it's amazing, there's nothing I can change about it, because there's always things that you can improve, and you just have to look carefully and don't think it's all rubbish, because then you're not going to get anywhere really. Just make sure you go through it and like check it and are a little bit critical of it, but don't just hate it altogether. And so it's really important to still have that little bit of negativity almost towards it, but not just be totally negative towards it.
Even though we are looking at the concept of having an inner critic through the lens of writing, I believe as creatives we can all benefit from Amy and Jennifer's wisdom. Amy suggests that we can use our inner critic to good effect. Our inner critic can teach us about areas where we can improve. It can also help to keep us to our highest standards. Rather than suppressing our inner critic, we can choose and learn to embrace it. Those voices in our minds, our inner critics, may offer us tips we need to hear to help us towards the success that we're seeking for the creative work we are involved in. So my hope for you today, following Amy and Jennifer's wisdom, is for you to tame, not to lock away, your inner critic. I'd love to hear how these ideas resonate with you today, so drop me an email at rob@inspirationalcreatives.com, and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow for another day of daily inspiration. Thanks for listening. Nothing beats the stories and advice of an expert to help you raise your creative game. I would love to know what you thought about today's episode, so don't forget to subscribe in iTunes, where you can rate and review the show. If you like this episode, I invite you to share it on Facebook or Twitter with the one person you know who will benefit from the wisdom shared here today. You can find the show notes on inspirationalcreatives.com/podcast. If you have a burning question or a great idea for a guest, head on over to inspirationalcreatives.com/contact, where you can connect with me there.